My dress was on backwards and my confidence impaired. But the crowd leaned in with curiosity as I tripped onto the stage. Well, darling, if you can't be perfect, you might as well be all the rage. So I straightened up my feathers and adjusted my mistakes. If life hands you a fiasco, you make it into high stakes. Here I am in the spotlight of my own mistakes, dancing through disasters only Broadway makes. When the plot falls apart, well, I improvise art with a wink and a smile for the audience's sakes. Yes, I shine in the spotlight of my own mistakes. The second act was chaos. The orchestra lost its place. The clarinet was laughing and the trumpet hid its face. But I twirled my way through tragedy with style no script could write. Because darling, even failure can look fabulous in light. So I tossed aside the program and rewrote every cue. If the world won't fit the story, make the story fit you. Here I am in the spotlight of my own mistakes, turning all my blunders into bold retakes. When the scenery drops, well, I land on the top, and the audience roars at the risk that it takes. Yes, I shine in the spotlight of my own mistakes. Raise the curtain higher, no fear, no doubt, no shame. A little imperfection is the price of playing the game. So strike up the band, I'll take command and step into fame again. Here I stand in the spotlight of my own mistakes. Broadway loves a comeback, especially the kind it makes. Let the critics debate, I'll just celebrate, because nothing's as dazzling as risk one takes. Yes, I shine. Oh, I shine in the spotlight of my own mistakes. Backstage mirrors, powdered lies, costumes whisper alibis. The director swears the scene is tight, but I'm rewriting it tonight. A penciled note, a careful cue. They planned it neat, predictable, true. But darling, plans are just a start. The rest is instinct, nerve, and heart. I read the lines, I know the drill, but rules look better when they bend. There's no applause for standing still, so let the trouble recommend. I put lipstick on the script, kiss the margin, let it slip. Turned a pause into a spark, left my signature in the dark. They can keep it clean and tight, I prefer it bold and tipped. Every show needs a surprise, so I put lipstick on the script. Stage manager is counting down, 5 more seconds, hold your ground. Someone gasps behind the flats, that's not how we rehearse that. But the crowd leans forward just a bit, they feel the shift, they follow it. Because perfection's rarely real, but risk is something you can feel. I hit the note they didn't plan, smile wider than the fear. If the moment's out of hand, that's usually when magic's here. I put lipstick on the script, Broadway-style made the danger look legit. They can frame it black and white, call it wrong, call it a slip, but tonight belongs to me. I put lipstick on the script. Let them clutch their perfect pages. I'll be dancing past the lines. Every legend breaks a rule at exactly the right time. I put lipstick on the script, sign my name in confidence. Every word I slightly twist turns into coincidence. If the truth is what it takes to make the moment stick and stick, I don't read the show I'm in. Lipstick on the script. On the script. First it's just a little clapping, polite and clean and well behaved. Then it grows a bit louder and suddenly I misbehaved. I tell myself it's only noise, a harmless rush, a social spark, but silence hits like cold withdrawal when the lights go suddenly dark. One more bow, one more smile, just to feel it hit again. I don't need it, that's a lie, I'll quit tomorrow. Maybe then. Applause is a dangerous drug, sweet as sugar, sharp as glass. Gets you hooked before you notice, leaves you shaking when it's past. I say I'm fine, I say I'm tough, but listen when the curtain tugs. I don't crave love, I crave that sound. Applause is a dangerous drug. Critics call it validation, friends say get a normal life, but try replacing standing ovations with a quiet Tuesday night. I've tasted fame in small doses, just enough to wreck the rest, because nothing feels quite normal after you've been called the best. I rehearse restraint in private, but the stage knows how I am. Put a spotlight in my system and I'm instantly a fan. Another hit, I swear I'm done, I swear I'm clean, then the room explodes and that's it. I don't need diamonds, I don't need hugs, just one more round of thunderous love. I can stop whenever I want. Applause is a dangerous drug. They say perform for yourself. What a beautiful lie. But if no one's watching closely, do I even try? Applause is a dangerous drug, and I take it standing tall. I bow, I smile, I thank you all, like I don't need it at all. So dim the lights, don't wake me up, let the silence pull and tug. I'll see you tomorrow night, my friends. Applause is a dangerous drug.
Places, someone's missing a shoe. The curtain's stuck, the lights are late. The props are locked behind a gate. The staircase squeaks, the floorboard bends, and no one knows how this one ends. The lead forgot the second verse. The cue is early, that's much worse. The hat goes flying, wrong disguise. We're improvising, synchronized. Take a breath, count to 4. That was not the plan before. If this is calm, I'd hate to see what opening night will do to me. It's a dress rehearsal for disaster. Everything is faster, louder, wrong. If it falls apart, just tape it after. Sing it strong and hope it looks like art. It's a beautiful mess we're running through. Nothing's right, but something's true. If we survive this afternoon, we might just make it through the show. The backdrop drops a beat too soon. The moon is square, the sun's a spoon. The orchestra's arguing about which bar we're actually in. The choreo's a legal crime. We're skipping steps to save on time. But listen close, beneath the screams, this chaos almost kind of sings. Hold that note, miss that mark. Someone cue the wrong or merit the scared to know the friend. Just smile like that's how it's meant. It's a dress rehearsal for disaster. Cue the panic, cue the charm. If the timing's off, pretend it's faster. Confidence is better than alarm. It's a runaway train with jazz hands too, held together by belief in glue. If we don't collapse in flames today, we're opening anyway. Wait, stop. No. Go. That was yesterday's tempo. From the top or bar 32. Just follow me, I'll fake it through. It's a dress rehearsal for disaster. But disaster's how the magic starts. If it breaks, we'll break it faster. Turn the panic into beating hearts. It's a glorious mess, but here's the truth. Every legend starts confused. If this is wrong in every way, then opening night's gonna be I smile on cue, I hit my mark. I know exactly how it looks, but every line I say out loud is hiding something in the hooks. They hear a laugh, they see the pose, they never notice what it takes to hold a heart together with 1,000 careful takes. There are words I never choose, too heavy, too revealing, so I leave them in the music where sounds like what I'm feeling. I need a minor key for major feelings, something soft but strong enough to stay when the truth is too big for speaking. I let the melody explain. I don't need the room to understand me, just one note that doesn't lie. Need a minor key for major feelings when I'm not brave enough to try. The lights go low, the noise fades out,
empty space and borrowed breath. Between the notes I'm barely singing. They call it drama, call it art, but it's just me without disguise. Letting silence say the things I'm too afraid to justify. Every scar has learned the tune. Every doubt knows where to land. I don't fix them, I just play them like the audience was planned. I need a minor key for major feelings. Something broken, something true. When my voice can't hold the meaning, I let the harmony do. I don't need applause or answers, just a place where I can stay. I need a minor key for major feelings. When the night won't go away. Maybe strength is being honest. When the song is small and slow, letting someone hear the quiet I usually never show. I need a minor key for major feelings. Let it ache, but let it breathe. Every sound becomes a promise that I don't have to be complete. If tomorrow I'm back in costume, smiling like I'm fine again, tonight I'll live inside this moment in a minor key for major feelings. You watch my hands before I breathe. You know the lie before it said. I face the crowd, you face the truth, and never look impressed instead. I change the key, you don't react. I rush a line, you slow the beat. You've heard this song in every voice, from every star who took this seat. The pianist knows everything, every crack behind the shine. You hear the doubt between the notes before it ever hits the rhyme. I tell the crowd I'm doing fine. They always clap, they always sing, but you just play because you know everything.
You've seen me brilliant, seen me small, seen me miss the perfect night.
You never flinch, you never judge, you just adjust the song just right. They call me fearless in review, say I command the room with ease, but you can hear my hands shake in the way I lean on certain keys. The pianist knows everything, where I rush, where I pretend. You hold the space when I fall short and land me softly in the end. They hear a voice, they see a role, they think the story's what I bring, but you just nod because you know everything. You're early tonight,
I couldn't sleep.
you always play sharper when you can't.
Is that bad? Only if you're
Trying to hide. The pianist knows everything, but never says a word out loud. You fix my timing, not my heart, and let me face them feeling proud. When this is over, lights go dim, and no one needs to hear me say you'll still be here because you know everything. I've played it safe, I've played it smart, I know exactly where to land. But comfort never stole a heart. Why made the crowd take my hand? You feel the room begin to loom. The air gets lighter, eyes get wide. That's when you know it's time to move. Not back, not down, just slightly higher. Hold the note, don't rush the fire. Let the moment lift and stay. If you want the room to follow, there's only one more thing to say. Take it half a step higher. That's where the magic starts to show. Gotta leap just a desire to let the ceiling feel too low. And they think you've reached the top. That's the moment to surprise her. Smile bright and lift the key. Half a step higher. They'll say it's bold, they'll say it's wrong, they'll say you're showing off a bit. But darling, this is Broadway. We live for more, just like this. You hear the gasp before the cheer. That little breath the rule all takes. That's not a risk, it's instinct, dear. And instinct rarely a mistake. Count it in, don't look back now. Trust the floor beneath your feet. If the song is asking for it, you give the song what it needs. Take it half a step higher. Let the harmony catch fire. Every voice lifts up together. Every doubt just strips away. If the note feels almost out of reach, that's exactly where you aim it. Fit your chin and raise the world. Have the step higher. Here it comes. Feel the light shift. Here the room begins to fly. Same song, but a brand new sky. Watch them sparkle, watch them shine. Take it half, but a step higher. Now the whole room's in your head. What was careful turns to daring. What was planned becomes command. When the band hits that last beat chord and the spotlight climbs the spire, that's how legends raise the earth. Have a step higher. It's Naissolisti. I remember smaller stages, borrowed lights and borrowed tame, tainted dreams and simple pages. Every hope a little line. Back and feel was just excitement, and mistakes felt new and kind. Before the nights grew loud with meaning, before the years learned how to fly. I've worn the shine, I've worn the scars, I've learned what each one taught me. Every step brought me right here, even the ones that caught me. So I smiled through the spotlight, let it warm me, let it pass. Every blow holds a memory of the moments that don't last. I don't chase what's gone behind me. I don't feel what I can't see. the spotlight, and it smiles right back at me. There were nights I owned the silence, and nights it owned me too. Times the room felt full of strangers. Times it felt like home I knew. I've lost names I once held tightly, found myself in songs I'd sung. Learned the heart keeps all the versions of the person I've become. I don't need to prove forever what tonight already knows. There's a quiet kind of courage in letting moments go. So I smile through the spotlight, every shadow, every gleam, all the applause and all the waiting, all the things that shaped a dream. If tomorrow brings a different light, I'll meet it honestly. I smile through the spotlight, and it smiles right back at me. Maybe fame is just a season. Maybe grace is learning when to bow your head and thank the night for who you were and who you've been. So I smile through this spotlight, not because it's always kind, but because it showed me something I might never leave behind. Every song, every goodbye, every chance to simply be. I smile through the spotlight, and it smiles right back at me. I see you scribbling in the dark, counting flaws before there's a spark. You miss the smile, you clock the note, but never heard the room inhale. You lean back far enough to judge, safe behind your clever words. It's easy throwing stones at stars when you never leave the curb.
You say it's loud, you say it's thin, you say you've seen this all before. You've seen this all before. But darling, if you knew the cost, you listen harder than you score.
There are critics in the back row, taking notes they'll never sing. They don't feel the breath go quiet
Right before the moment
rings. They can measure every misstep, every note that dares to stray. But they weren't here when courage chose to step into the light and stay.
you love the word derivative, you circle it in red. But nothing real is born untouched by every dream it's ever fed.
You want surprise without bliss, perfection without the scars. But art is just a living thing that There are critics in the back, calling bravery too much. They don't know how fragile it is to offer truth without a crutch. They'll clap politely when it's safe, when nothing asks them to engage. But I'm not here to play it safe. I'm here to light the stage.
Ambitious,
Uneven,
overplayed.
she'll learn.
I already did.
So let the critics in the back row write their endings in advance. I'll be busy here up front, taking risks they'll never chance. You can keep your clever distance, your control, your cool review. But this room belongs to feeling, and tonight it's choosing me.
I studied rest and borrowed dreams, learned the steps, learned how to fall, played 1,000 different versions, trying to be loved by all. I chased the laugh, I chased the light, I learned what courage really cost. And every night I lost myself was how I found the parts I lost. I won't pretend I knew the way or always landed where I aimed, but every risk I ever took is standing here beside my name. These are my curtain call confessions. No disguise, no perfect pose. Every crack, every question led me here, and heaven knows I wouldn't trade the fear or fire, the doubt, the shine, the in-between. These are my curtain call confessions. This is who I've always been. I've smiled through nights I couldn't breathe, sang through moments breaking loose, learned that staying open-hearted is the bravest thing to choose. I met myself in every song, in every silence I survived, and every time the room went quiet was the moment I felt alive. If I could thank each former self for every wrong turn that felt true, I'd say you did the best you could, and it all brought me to you. These are my curtain call confessions. Every truth I couldn't say, all the nights I chased perfection just to learn to stay this way. I'm not flawless, I'm not finished, but I'm standing in my skin. These are my curtain call confessions, and I'd live them all again. So if you saw yourself tonight in something broken, something brave, know the stage is wide enough for every soul who dares to stay. These are my curtain call confessions. come to you. Every stumble, every lesson, every dream that made it through. As the lights go down around us and the night learns how to end, I take this bow with open hands, grateful for where we've been. Thank you for listening. Thank you for believing. This was the show. And this was me.